After the 2012 election, the Republicans are hurt real bad. Don't ask them if they're all right. And so they put together an autopsy report. It's what they called a Growth and Opportunity Project. And Jason Lincoln at Huffington Post found many funny things in it that I wanted to share with you. First of all, he points out that the report says, quote, the Republican Party needs to stop talking to itself. Jason also pointed out that it was written by 5 Republicans for the purpose of other Republicans reading it. That's funny. All right. But we're just getting started here. It's chock full of hypocrisy and other amusing things. Now, there is a little bit of honesty in there. They say, quote, this work is essential in helping the party, particularly at the presidential ballot level, identify and understand how to build a 50+1 coalition of voters that will overcome our demographic challenges. Do you understand the honesty there? They're saying, look, man, we got demographic challenges. We've been pissing off blacks and Latinos for decades now, let alone what we've done to gay folks, let alone what we've done to Muslims, let alone our campaign against women and the young. So we got problems. But we don't need to actually help any of those folks. We just need to get to 50+1. So if we can just find a way to trick enough of them, maybe we can just barely get over the edge. Also, you get a sense of the huge defeatist attitude that is now sinking into the Republican Party, justifiably so. The demographics are against them because they don't represent the country. That's the part that they're missing. Not because they've got some messaging wrong. It's because they don't represent us. Now, they say in the report the perception that the GOP does not care about people is doing great harm to the party. You would imagine. Okay, when you are trying to get votes of people, when you say, I don't like you, let me show you the 18 different ways that I feel that I'm above you and that you're a taker and you want my money and you're looking to rob me and I think you're worthless and I think you're a bum. It turns out they don't want to vote for you. Or if you tell gay people, hey, I don't like you so much, I don't want you to have the same rights as me. I don't want you to be able to even get married to the person that you love. I don't believe you're my equal. And shockingly enough, they don't vote for you. Wow. Well, I really needed a white paper on that one. I couldn't have figured that out on my own. But here's where it gets really funny. So what are they going to do? They're going to do outreach, right? So they decide that they want to convene national and state focus groups, they say with non-Republican ethnic groups, in an effort to gain insight as to real and perceived issues affecting their communities. I love that. First of all, the admission of the non-Republican ethnic groups is awesome. Okay, but much better is that we got to reach out to these guys. We got to do these events and stuff to hear about their real and perceived issues. Oh yeah, you've got racism affecting you. Boo-hoo. Look at this black guy, get out of here. Oh, well, I showed up. What? I did an event. I spent a lot of money on it. I reached out to you to slap you across the face. What? I don't know why you're not voting for me. Perceived issues. God, how condescending is that? So what does the report think they have problems, like what groups do they have problems reaching? Okay, well, they have a list in the report. Hispanic, Asian and Pacific Islanders, African Americans, Indian Americans, Native Americans, women, and youth. Well, that would be about 75% of us. In other words, you have a problem reaching America. You think you've got white men locked down, which you don't even have that locked down necessarily, but you're like, well, outside of white men, we're in a world of hurt, dude. Yeah, I know you are. It isn't the messaging. It's that you don't actually care about those people, and you scream it with everything you do. But to be fair to them, they realize that, hey, women are a little different. I mean, look, they say, quote, women are not a coalition. They represent more than half the voting population in the country. Finally, Republicans conceding to math. Okay, that's positive news. So how are they going to reach out to them? Female voters want to hear the facts. Many of them run the economies of their homes and understand economics better than men in their families, but they're also the caregivers for their families. Okay, now look, is that the case in many instances? Of course. So I'm not flipping out over things that are true in a lot of instances, right? But you can see the condescension dripping from their lips. Female voters, turns out they want to hear the facts. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. That's just news to you that they want to hear facts. And did you know a lot of them handle the economics in their homes? That they write the paycheck, the bills and everything? Huh. Right. I mean, now, of course, they're caregivers. Let's keep it real. I mean, they're in the kitchen, in the bedroom. But outside of that, it turns out some of them pay the bills. Wow, big real estate. They wrote this report in 2013. They can't come to this realization in 2013. Okay. But let's go back to minorities because that's even funnier. They conclude, because we can't expect to address these demographic groups if we know nothing about them, this new minority outreach organization should establish a training program available to all Republican candidates that would educate them on the particular culture, aspirations, positions on issues, contributions to the country, etc., of the demographic group they are trying to reach. Oh, please somebody tape that. Please. Okay, if ever we needed a tape like we got on the 47%, that it would be at those education action groups inside the Republican Party. These are called black people. This is their particular background. And what else do they want to do? They want to explain to them their aspirations, their contributions to the country. Can you imagine the Republicans? You know, George Washington Carver invented the peanut. Oh, they're going to be so goofy. They're going to be so goofy. Oh, please let me see tape of those education seminars for Republicans. You see, people who actually care about black folks or Latinos or Asians or women or the young don't need to get educated for the first time on who they are because they actually care about them and they already know what their priorities and their issues are and how they can help their constituents, their fellow Americans. But that's news to the Republican Party. Like, wow, we would want to help those guys? Well, that sounds crazy. What's in it for me? Gee, I wonder why we're losing. I can't quite figure it out. Let's do a white paper on it.